Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhu. The path of devotion to reach the ultimate goal of human life, to realize God, to be more specific, the only goal of human life, that is to realize God. All else, whatever we seek, whatever we attain, whatever we preserve in this life, other than God, other than the self-knowledge, goes off. Only the karmic load and the vasanas that we have acquired, the momentum of the tendencies we have acquired, alone go with us to the next life. So the only purpose of human life, the human body, the Mother Divine Mother, as Mother Nature has given us, is to transcend the nature and go beyond. This must be firmly fixed in our mind while attending to the duties of life, which are inevitable, and consciously offered at the feet of God, saying, "You have given me this life, you have placed me in this situation, you have given me these responsibilities and duties. I am doing all that with great care and diligence as an offering to you. Please accept me and awaken my spiritual consciousness, by which I know you, I realize you, I realize my own existence." So that is the purpose of human life. In that path, one of the easiest, simplest, and sahaja, so simple, so normal, wherein you need not deviate or tear out from anything. Be where you are, how you are, and whatever you are doing. Transform, spiritualize your life, and bring the divine, the God into your life. Be in tune with nature. Be so natural that your journey is smooth and joyful journey to the eternal. So that is the path of devotion. The other paths are there which are more difficult, demands more of sacrifice. Sacrifice in the sense, sacrifice your day-to-day things. Here, no sacrifice of day-to-day things, only sacrifice of your inner, which doesn't affect your external life in the world. So, this is what we are seeing. We have come to the Navada Bhakti in contemplating upon the Bhakta and Bhagavan. Sri Ramakrishna uses the term Bhagavan in the Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna, and taking that word Bhagavan, we are trying to bring into our understand what is the relationship between Bhagavan and Bhakta, the devotee and the Lord of the universe. Contemplating on that part, how God participates, how devotee participates, how the love develops, how the intimacy develops, how the jiva realizes God. And as a part of Navadha Bhakti, as told in the Bhagavata, we have come to the Archana. In Archana we see the puja aspect as well as the pure Archana, where the various aspects of God are brought into picture with specific names, and then we do the offering, Archana, Kumkumarchana, Akshatarchana, Pushparchana, Patrarchana, any kind of Archana. So, as a part of the puja, there is Antar or Manasa Puja and Bahir Puja. In Manasa Puja, we chant usually a passage which is set to meter, Chandobadha, and that is what we mentally do the Manasa Puja. I will chant that. Om Hritpadmamasanam dadyat Sahasrarachutamrtaihi Padyam Charanayor dadyat Manastvargyam nivedayet Tenamritena chamaniyam Snaniyam tena cha smritam Akashatattvam vastram syat Gandhasyat gandhatatvakam Chittam prakalpayet pushpam Dhupam pranan prakalpayet Tejastattvam cha deepartham Naivedyam syat sudhambudhi Anahatadhvanirghanta Vayutattvam cha chamaram Sahasraram bhavet chatram Shabdatattvam cha geetakam Nrityamindriya karmani Chanchalyam manasastatha Sumekhalam padmamala Pushpam nanavidham tatha Amayadyir bhava pushpaihi Archayet bhava gocharam Amayam anahankaram Aragam amadam tatha Amohakam adambhancha Adveshya akshobhakau tatha Amatsaryam alobhancha Dashapushpam vidurbudaha Ahimsa paramam pushpam Pushpamindriya nigraha Daya pushpam Kshama pushpam Jnana pushpam cha panchamam Daya pushpam Kshama pushpam Jnana pushpam cha panchamam Iti panchadasher bhava pushpaihi Archayet Shri Ramakrishnam Archayet Shri Ramakrishnam Archana in Manasa Puja. Specifically, all things are offered one by one mentally. No sandalwood is ground, no objects are purchased, no material things are acquired. It is Bhava Pushpa, Bhava Pushpaihi we are going to offer the Bhava Pushpas. So we do the Dhyana mantra. After the Dhyana is also specific shlokas. We see the divine in the background of the Absolute. The Absolute has manifested in the form of the personal God. That aspect is not left out in any of the dhyanas. For example, we take the worship of Sri Ramakrishna. We do the Sri Ramakrishna dhyana. Om Hridaya Kamala Madhye Rajitam Nirvikalpam Sadasadakhila Bhedatitameka Swarupam Prakriti Vikriti Shunyam Nityamanandamurtim Vimala Paramahamsam Ramakrishnam Bhajamaha Nirupamamati Sukshmam Nishprapancham Niriham Gagana Sadrishamisham Sarvabhutadivasam Trigunarahita Satchit Brahmarupam Varenyam Vimala Paramahamsam Ramakrishnam Bhajamaha Vitaritumavatirnam Jnana Bhakti Prashantihi Pranaya Galita Chittam Jiva Dukha Sahishnam Dhrita Sahaja Samadhim Chinmayam Komalangam Vimala Paramahamsam Ramakrishnam Bhajamaha. In this dhyana mantra, Hridaya Kamala Madhye Rajita. In the Hridaya Kamala, the lotus of the heart. The lotus of the heart we saw, the innermost core of our being, just like the heart of the earth, heart of the city. When we say heart is the centermost point, our whole existence, Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya, all layers, if you take, where is the pivot on which all these are standing and the whole thing is moving about. So, the lives after lives, there is one point on which the Stula Sukshma Karana Shariras are mounted upon. That is called Hridaya Kamala, where God and Jiva are meeting together, the innermost core of our existence. One step behind you go, you are divine, one with God, and one step come out, you are human within the bodily existence. So where this divine and the human meet, when we come to the bodily level, to the gross bodily level, animalhood also may join. But after the mind, mental layer, there is no animosity. There is human existence, pure human existence, with the just karmic load. Maybe we can take this as the where human and divine meet is the lotus. That you are going inward to meet God. God is there present already. So you are turning inward and going to the core of your, if you touch that, if you land in the Hridaya Kamala, you are in the infinity. And infinity is appearing to you in the manifested for your sake in your own heart as your Ishtadevata. So, Hridaya Kamala Madhye, always we take, you see, Hridaya Kamala Madhye, you independent of your bodily existence, within you, and independent of your bodily existence, there exists a place, Dhara Vidya, in Maharaj Upanishad says about this. In the dahara of your heart, dahara, the hridaya guha, daharam vipapam parameshma bhutam, yat pundarikam puramadhya samstam, pura sharira. In this it is lodged. So there we are going, the innermost core. How the spiritual is brought into picture, you see. I am going to meditate upon God because I cannot reach Him as bodily existence. I have no, just like you cannot take this body and go into sleep. Bodily existence you have to live. The world you have to live if you want to enter into sleep. You cannot carry this awareness of the external world and bodily existence into your dream. When you enter into a dream, the physical existence, the world, the ego associated with it, body, the self-awareness, with the awareness of the external world, all this dissolve and dream world appears. Dream self appears. Like that, with physical awareness you cannot go inside. So you are taken there, Hridaya Kamala Madhye. Look, just as if you're removing your coat and leaving it. Just leave your bodily existence. Turn inside and look within. The meditation is turning inward and looking at your own innermost core. Hridaya Kamala Madhye Rajitam Nirvikalpa. How the Nirvikalpa is brought into. There is no alternative there. It is one existence, absolute existence, unchanging, in which many things appear and disappear without affecting. Just like fire is there, water is there in this space, space is not affected by it. Fire do not burn the space, nor water wet the space. The space has given room for both of that. The fire comes from wood and dissolves, disappears. But nothing happens to space. It appears in space, it disappears in space. But space is not affected by it. Nor it instigates, nor it asks you to leave, quench, or to flame up. It doesn't, but it is not affected. Similarly, the absolute existence is not affected by the presence of the world or absence of the world, manifestation of the world or dissolution of the world. It remains the same. That nirvikalpa, unchanging absolute reality which is manifesting in my heart as the Ishtadevata. See, the unmanifest is manifesting. It is also Chaitanya. It is also unaffected. When it is manifest, it is Chidghanaka. There is no Prakriti nature which can limit it. Unlimited. Unlimited, and it is appearing as if limited for my sake so that my senses can grasp Him. When I am not able to go to that state, it will come to my state. It is just like I cannot, the Ramanujacharya explains the avatara, incarnation, manifestation of God as you cannot climb the elephant by any means. So elephants, each time the maut or the owner has to sit over that, the elephant sits and stretches its trunk behind. The man keeps one foot on the folded leg, one foot on the elephant's trunk, and then climbs over. Then the elephant stands up. This coming down, because he cannot climb directly over, the elephant comes down and stretches again its trunk for him to rest his feet and climb upon him. So this is avatarana, getting down to lift the man to the height. So this is what avatara. So the absolute is manifesting as if it is not getting affected. In manifested state also it is not affected. It is as it is. Now this Hridaya Kamala Madhye Rajitam Nirvikalpa. There is no vikalpa, but it is manifesting as unaffected manifestation. That's why it's called Nirvikalpa. Hridaya Kamala Madhye Rajitam Nirvikalpam. Sada Sadakhila Bhedatita. Sat and Asat. The universe is said to be combination of Sat and Asat. Sadasat. Sat and Asat. Beyond that, the Asat is which appear to exist but doesn't exist. But it is because of the manifestation of the Sat, it is manifesting within the Sat. Why do we call Asat is, it is not permanent. When the manifestation of God, avatara comes in any form, each avatara's form is eternal. Ramakrishna and all these, our incarnations disappear because it's a part of nature. What manifests as consciousness doesn't dissolve. My individual existence as Jiva becomes again one with the Absolute. But as long as a Jiva aspires, has a relationship, the form of the God remains as eternal in the realm of the time. So whole kalpa, what all avatars come, millions and millions of years, that you can tap out any time. And if you have the capacity to enter into the previous kalpas also, you can tap out. So time is circular in Hinduism. Everything comes and goes in a cycle. And we can see the forms again and again manifesting in the various. That is the concept anyway. What we need is the manifestation of God. Nirvikalpa term why they are using is neither the form is destructible, nor the manifestation, nor the what is going to manifest as the taking the form. All are eternal. As Chaitanya they are eternal. As form also they are eternal. Eternity, Mahakala, the whole Kalpa, the concepts are little deeper and philosophical. But in reality, you will see you are there eternally as Jiva, as Mukta Jiva. It is your option to choose to dissolve in God or retain the separation and be with the Lord. Enjoy. Ram Prasad says, আমি চিনি হতে চাই না, আমি চিনি খেতে ভালোবাসি, আমি চিনি হতে চাই। I don't want to become sugar. I want to enjoy sugar. I want to become sugar is I dissolve in the absolute existence and become Ananda Swarupa. Here I keep my separation from God. But there is such a thing in oneness. It is seeing the duality. There is one. I and my God are one. I and my God are there. I is there. My God is there. Relationship is there. Mindness. There is oneness. I and my God are one. That oneness it is experiencing being separate. This is one of the states of the Jiva wherein he experiences oneness being separate. Oneness being separate. This is the highest form of mukti, to remain one. And in dasya, sakya and all we see the relationship, and oneness is in a different form. I being a servant, I being a friend. Separateness is more important there than oneness. In this type of mukti, the oneness is also felt and separation is secondary. Separation is kept just to enjoy the company of that oneness is being experienced. I want to experience this oneness with the God. To that extent, the separation is maintained in all levels. It is, as far as I remember, it is called sarshti. Sarshti. The various types of mukti, sayujya, sarupya, salokya. Similarly, there is sarshti, wherein oneness is experienced just for experiencing that the two is divided. This is the nirvikalpam, hridayakamalmati rajitam nirvikalpam, sadasadakhila bhedatitamekam, sadasadakhila bheda. This universe is the Sat and Asat. Asat belongs to the Prakriti, the manifestation, same Shakti, Chaitanya. When Shakti manifestation, there is differences. When Chaitanya manifests, there is differences. The Shakti manifesting becomes material. The Chaitanya manifesting becomes the manifestations of God. Both are one. Chaitanya and Shakti are one. If the Western mind is splitting and going, the more and more to the atomic level, more if you split to the minutest atomic level, and still if you try to split it, it becomes energy, Shakti. You see everything taking Shakti Rupa. One, it is becoming one Shakti power. It's becoming, if you go on uniting, which is Hindu way of Indian mind, it unites senses. When you go on uniting, you will see there is oneness again. This oneness is of Chaitanya, which we call Shiva and Shakti. The Chaitanya also is one, the Shakti also is one, and Shakti and Shiva are one. The Chaitanya and Jada are one in their end as energy and as the Chaitanya. Chaitanya's own energy, just like you sleep in deep sleep, all your Shakti's energies to see, to walk, to know, to talk, all these Shaktis merge in you and again manifest. The manifestation of Shakti becomes multifarious universe. And when they dissolve, it dissolves as pure Shakti. But Chaitanya, when it manifests, it's a different case. It becomes the Avatara. Avatara is taking recourse to the Shakti and manifesting. This Shakti to which it takes recourse, we call the Yoga Maya. And the Mahamaya is the Shakti manifesting as multifarious universe, the multifarious universe, multitudes of this one. Shakti splitting into various patterns and various things, we call it the universe. These merge and disappear as Shakti. These merge and remain as the Chaitanya. This form need not disappear. The Krishna's form, as Krishna manifested, remains eternally. Rama's, it can manifest any time. Shakti can manifest in multifarious universe as multifarious in different ways. It is constantly going on, changing. It's a flux, constantly changing flux. This is not constant, it's changing flux. Flux. Once Krishna's form is registered, once Ramakrishna came and went, Ramakrishna's form is eternally there in the universe and the beyond. And the beyond. So this is the difference. We'll continue. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.